Hello everyone. This video is about a eBay transaction I had in the fall of 2018, and I listed a hood from a Toro 260 series lawn tractor. I've sold like 3 or 4 hoods just like it from 2 tractors I've had and a couple other tractors I've bought as parts tractors. I even have a video of this hood before I sold it and shipped it. And the only thing wrong with this hood originally was that one of the side panels, I have it taken apart. There's, side panel here, and on the end is the headlight and the grill assembly, and they bolt together. Well, one of the side panels was cracked in a corner. That was all that was wrong with it. And so put it on eBay for a reasonable price. Sold it to a guy down in Alabama, and he said these hoods are impossible to find down where he lives. And for full disclosure, I think I had a 5 business days time on my auction for me to get it shipped out. And I was a little bit slow at getting it shipped out. I think I was about somewhere around 8 to 10 business days shipping it out. That was my fault. Yeah, I live with Lyme disease, and it's unpredictable how I feel from one day to the next or one week to the next. So I used about 4 or 5, maybe 6 different Walmart 18 by 18 by 18 cardboard shipping boxes, and I very carefully made a box. I took the hood apart. I wrapped up the side panels and the grill and the headlight assembly in bubble wrap. I thought I had this boxed very well. I did not use plastic peanuts in the box, and I didn't. That's my second mistake. My third mistake was not writing fragile on the outside of the box. So the guy pays me through PayPal, and I ended up paying. I just have a smartphone. My iPhone 7. I don't have a working home computer right now, and so I ended up paying cash for the shipping through UPS. And sorry, there's one of my cats on the side. Oh, you can't see her. She'll probably appear. I have 2 cats. They'll probably appear to distract me sooner or later. So I ship out the hood. Big long cardboard box. I thought it was packaged up very well. It's, like I think the 3rd or 4th time I've sold one of these complete hoods. And the guy gets it, and he sends a message back and says this thing's all busted up. And I'm all puzzled. And okay, I'm wondering, okay, what's going on? Did he switch it with the hood that's on his tractor? Finally, I keep asking him for pictures. Finally, after several days, he comes up with about the worst grainy pictures I've seen. And I said, well, can you send me some better pictures? I can barely tell what it is. And then he comes up with some better pictures, and He says he wants his money back. And well, of course, yeah, it's broken up. Look at it right there. This wasn't broken. None of this here was broken when I sold it and shipped it. There's right on the nose. Well, the hood's sitting upside down, but this was broken off. Let's flip it over. Let's see. Can't remember if it was broken. No, not broken anywhere else. I actually, on my my YouTube channel, you can go back if you have time, and if you care to, I have a video of this hood before I sold it on eBay. There wasn't any of this damage to it. Okay, oh wait, there's another crack. Another crack right up here. Right in the front. Right where this piece broke off. And I don't remember the guy's name. Even if I did, I wouldn't include it in the video. And the guy was a stubborn, oh, I don't want to swear. Stubborn dimwit. There's more words I could choose for him, but he was saying we were exchanging messages every day, almost every day. Some days we were exchanging 4, 5, 6 messages. And I wanted to call him. Well, eBay won't let you share phone numbers because they don't want the buyer and seller to have a direct connection and have another sale directly between each other and bypassing eBay's auction. And so what was it? I started making phone calls. I had phone calls. I was making phone calls, sometimes multiple phone calls, for about 2 weeks, talking to eBay, talking to the people at PayPal, talking to the people at UPS. But the seller really made it worse by not responding to my messages fast enough. UPS wanted to go to his house and look at the package and inspect it because I paid cash for the shipping insurance. And the longer the delay between the item arriving at a customer's house, the longer delay between that and reporting damage in shipping, the lesser chance that UPS is actually going to pay out. They're just going to suspect someone trying to get an insurance claim. And the buyer says, well, send me a shipping label. There was like only 2 ways he was going to deal with it. And then he just started ignoring me. And UPS kept trying to contact him, and he wouldn't answer the phone. I had the lady of the local UPS store that I shipped it out of. She got involved. She was trying to contact him. A lady at PayPal says, why don't you just Google his name and look up his number? And I ended up calling, I think, 1 or 2 different phone numbers I could find that matched that address, and I got voicemail. Never got a return message. Never got a return call. So the buyer really effed up that part of it. So the buyer's complaining. The money is, when I was paid, it was in the PayPal account and I left it there. I just had a feeling something wasn't going to go right. What I should have done is I should have transferred the money into my bank account and left it there. but I left it in the PayPal account, and as soon as the buyer filed a claim wanting a return, they froze the money in the PayPal account. I couldn't get it, and the buyer couldn't get the money refund. And so, I'm making phone calls. It was usually eBay that I was talking to almost every day. And of course, you're usually not talking to the same person from one day to the next. And sometimes you're talking to people that speak good English, or they sound like they're in California. And I'm not a racist person, and sometimes you get the people from India. Well, they claim they're in the United States, but they're probably in India. And one phone call I had talking to one of those people working for eBay says, well, the buyer wants his money back, so we should give it back to him. Well, the eBay rules are this has to be shipped back to me. As soon as I get it back, then the buyer gets his refund. But the guy from India says he wants his money back. We'll refund his money. Well, okay, so the money is frozen in my PayPal account. Guess what eBay does? On Friday night at midnight, eBay sends me a message saying they're taking the money directly out of my bank account. They don't take it out of the PayPal account where it's sitting there frozen. They take it out of my checking account. So besides the $68 I paid cash to ship this thing down to Alabama. Yeah, cat. I'm sorry. This is my other cat. She loves attention. So besides that, wow, we're at 12 minutes already. So they take the money out of my account. So this thing sold plus shipping. Plus I paid cash to ship it. I'm negative about $300 or over $300. And we go back and forth, and I think it was 10 days, maybe 2 weeks after he received this, UPS finally was able to contact the buyer and go to his house and inspect the package. And guess what UPS did? They denied the claim. My insurance claim. I had this listed for, I don't know, $150 or $200. I'm busy making a video, cat. I'm sorry. Come on. And even the lady from the local UPS store, she says she fought for me. She's a nice lady. I've shipped a lot of items through her store, and I think she made those phone calls, but she said she couldn't get the insurance claim UPS to do good on the insurance claim on damaging this thing. I sarcastically think they dropped it out of an airplane. See, that's right there, and a crack up in here. It's just, that's ridiculous. It's not an extremely fragile hood. They obviously dropped it. But I'm really disappointed with UPS. I'm really disappointed with eBay. And so I get the hood back, and it takes some phone calls and more phone calls and more phone calls, and I think I was finally able to get the money unfrozen from the PayPal account and put it in my bank account. But yeah, that was last October. I think it was early October. By the time that was all done, it was a month from the date I shipped this hood out to the day I went through all of that. It was a month. But there's about 2 weeks where I was making phone calls almost every day. And I was still charged the seller's fee. And I don't remember if it was November or December. I emailed eBay wanting a refund on my seller's fee. And it took a while for them to get through it and review everything. And I think they go through and review all the messages that me and the buyer exchanged. And guess what they did? They gave me the money, the original amount, plus the shipping that I got for selling this hood. And I called up someone at eBay and says, okay, is that going to be reversed? She says, nope, that's the last transaction. So sold the hood. So to go back to square one, sold the hood, got the money in the PayPal account. Hood damaged, money frozen in PayPal account. Phone calls, money still frozen in PayPal account, money taken out of my bank account. And I keep a low balance in my bank account. I live from paycheck to paycheck. I don't have much money in reserve. So, that Saturday morning I had to go to the bank to put money in to cover this surprise withdrawal from my account. And then so I get the hood back, and eventually I get the money from PayPal. And then January 2019, eBay pays me that money. I'm assuming they took that money out from the buyer. But I'm still wondering if, can he fight it and still get that money back? I don't know. But eBay was unbelievably incompetent on this one. Well, UPS, one or more people at UPS didn't give a crap about their job and dropped this thing. But I haven't listed anything since October 2018, and it's April 1st, 2019. And I don't know. I'm going to try and glue this hood and see if the glue works, and maybe I can try and sell it again. Of course, I'm not going to get as much for it. I'm probably just going to go through Craigslist instead of messing around with eBay. I'm just stunned at how incompetent eBay is, or was, with that transaction. But here it is again, right there. Another crack right there. Lighting isn't that good in here, but the crack's right here. This is the piece. Should have been here, but for a while there was a guy on eBay making fiberglass reproductions of this same hood that goes into Toro 264, 265, 266, 267, 268, 269, 270. And then there's the that same tractor was a New Holland LS series, 25, LS 35, LS 45, LS 55, except the hoods were blue instead of red, and the side panels were a little bit different, and the grill was a little bit different. But anyway, I think there's room for another company to ease into or break into the market for online auctions. Another company that could probably charge less, and if they try hard, they could get better service. They could have better service than eBay, because eBay in any given transaction, eBay is number one. The seller or the buyer is number two, and the seller is number 10,002 in importance. I've been both the buyer and seller. Many transactions on eBay, but I just, they really need to have people knowing what they're doing when they answer the phones, because that's just ridiculous. Really, really disappointed with eBay. Really, really disappointed with UPS. But anyway, sorry I get long-winded. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.